Alright, so real quick, just wanted to do a video on one of these gun boxes that is probably considered to be in the mid to low range when it comes to gun boxes. But I don't feel like putting out a couple $100 for one of those ridiculous, high quality, custom built whatevers. Like your Pelican cases and things like that. So this is a 36-inch Plano gun case. I got it for I think 60 or $70. Overall, very satisfied with it. Works very well. The plastic case itself is very tough. It's gonna take a drop. It's gonna take a hit very well. No issues there. So some of the problems that people seem to be posting is that it's got that pluckable foam on the inside that everybody hates to work with. I was a little bit hesitant because of that, but I figured out, I think, a pretty good way to do it. I'm actually happy with it, and I will do a video on how I did it in the event that somebody shows interest. So just give me a message and I'll take a look at it. Overall though, the case is very good. Really nice sturdy latches. The locks are on the ends here. There are two of those, so it does lock itself. You've also got the option to put padlock. So I'm going to have to figure out some kind of something to put on the top of this though, because it's pretty plain. So overall, I decided to use this with the Mossberg Shockwave 2 pistols, and then I put some other stuff in there. So this is kind of the go-to case for home invasion issues. So there it is. Now I'll show you how everything kind of works here. Now initially when I started doing this, I was a little bit concerned about the thickness of the actual foam, and it is pretty good. And I'll give you an example. So if I was to take this out, and when I pluck the foam out, it goes all the way through. So it's got foam on the bottom, it's got foam on the top, but when you pull the foam out, it's pretty thick. So if you have something that's not that thick, and you put it in, it does kind of sink in there pretty good, and I didn't really like that much. So what I decided to do was take the foam that was already offered and actually use that to bolster the pistol up. Now, an awesome side effect of this is that it actually strengthens the the foam that's already in there. So it was pretty much a good double win there. And also I took a lot of time properly taking the foam pieces out. So what I figured is that after you pretty much trace the firearm or use the toothpick method is what I did, I went one inside of the toothpick instead of one outside, so there wasn't a lot of wiggle room. And it worked out pretty good, especially on here, because a lot of times you'll see these things and they'll be all the way back here and there's a lot of wiggle room. And people are always talking about it falling apart and all this shit like that, but I don't think it's a big deal. I can pull this out, put it back in, and it holds very tight. Got a couple of the things here, individual shells. Have cutouts for my ammo. 2 pistols. Overall, very pleased. Make sure to leave me some comments or anything else you need to know about this case. Again, it's the 36-inch. And if you guys need to get a little lesson on how to pluck, I'll be happy to do that. All right, take care.